HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. just made headlines after stating studies show that the ketogenic diet can cure schizophrenia. Of course, as has been discussed, the word cure isn't an accurate description, but the discussion has really helped shine a light on this really crucial topic. What this moment highlights is that there is encouraging and growing research, as well as mounting clinical experience, suggesting that ketogenic therapy may be a potential add-on treatment for serious mental illness. And that includes not only schizophrenia, but also bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, and other psychiatric diagnoses. You see, a ketogenic diet isn't just a fad weight loss diet. It's a metabolic therapy, a way of shifting the body into a state called nutritional ketosis, where the body, and importantly the brain, can use predominantly ketones instead of glucose as its main fuel source. And this matters because the brain is an energy-hungry organ. And increasingly, we're learning that many psychiatric symptoms may be influenced by underlying metabolic dysfunction, including impaired glucose metabolism, neuroinflammation, mitochondrial dysfunction, and insulin resistance. I know those are big terms, but they all basically mean a dysfunction in the metabolic regulation and pathways of your body and brain. And this is the foundation of a rapidly emerging field known as metabolic psychiatry. And we already have several early pilot studies showing real promise. For example, Dr. Shibani Sethi at Stanford published a single-arm pilot trial demonstrating a ketogenic diet was safe and effective for improving symptoms of bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. And at the University of Edinburgh, Dr. Ian Campbell and colleagues show a similar impact for bipolar disorder, suggesting that the magnitude of benefit may correlate with the degree of ketosis. And at The Ohio State University, Dr. Jeff Volek and colleagues published the KIND trial, a pilot study demonstrating ketosis was beneficial for depression symptoms in college students. Now, these studies are small, single-arm, early-stage trials, but they are exactly the kind of early signals that should lead to larger, more detailed studies. And that is what's happening. Randomized controlled trials are being conducted right now, as we speak, investigating ketogenic therapy in schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and major depressive disorder, as well as other psychiatric diagnoses. In other words, this field is moving quickly, and it's moving towards higher quality evidence, but the research is really only part of the story. There's also a rapidly growing community of individuals and families sharing their lived experiences. People who have struggled for years, sometimes even decades, with severe depression, bipolar disorder, or schizophrenia, often after trying multiple medications, multiple hospitalizations. People like Matt Bazuki, the son of Metabolic Mind founders Jan and Dave Bazuki. We acknowledge that personal stories are not the same as gold standard evidence, of course. Anecdotes alone cannot prove causation. But when enough people report similar patterns, and when early clinical trials align with those stories, it becomes something that science and medicine should want to explore, not ignore. And here's another key point worth emphasizing. The ketogenic diet is not new. It's been used as a medical therapy for over 100 years, particularly as a well-established treatment for drug-resistant epilepsy. So when we talk about ketogenic therapy in psychiatry, we're not talking about an experimental drug with unknown risks. We're talking about a dietary metabolic intervention with a long history in clinical medicine, one that can be implemented under proper medical supervision. And while it might not be a solution for everyone, it very well may be an important tool providing hope for people who have been told their symptoms are unlikely to improve. And importantly, current studies aren't using ketogenic therapy as a replacement for standard psychiatric care. They're using it as an add-on treatment to the standard of care. And for many people, that can mean better symptom control, improved quality of life, and possibly even a path towards long-term stability. So if you want to learn more about the science of ketogenic therapy, we encourage you to visit our clinical trials page on our website, where we track ongoing research in metabolic psychiatry. And if you want to hear directly from individuals who have experienced life-changing improvements, visit our Think Smart page, where people share their stories of remission, recovery, and transformation. I hope you can see this moment as I do, a moment of opportunity for researchers, clinicians, and most importantly, patients and families. Thank you for watching. I'm Dr. Bret Scher, and I would love to hear your thoughts about ketogenic therapy for mental illness and the rising field of metabolic psychiatry. So please leave us a comment. And if this was helpful, please like and subscribe, and be sure to visit our website at metabolicmind.org. So we'll see you here next time at Metabolic Mind, a nonprofit initiative of Bazuki Group.